Well, here we are with my guys.
Yep.
Mike Reiss, Christian Fauria, and you heard about Diggs.
Yeah.
And Diggs we trust?
I think so.
And so, if so, how much?
I think so, Steve. I think particularly in the red zone, that's what I would highlight. To me, I went home that day. Stefon Diggs caught 2 touchdown passes, and I said to my son, you got your fantasy football draft coming up. Stefon Diggs in the red zone catching touchdowns. I think that's one of the positives I would take from the Patriots over the first couple weeks of training.
I mean, he's the guy. He has to be the guy. And there's going to be some growing pains because there's going to be some routes that are locked. There's going to be some routes that will adjust. And there's be some routes where you don't even know how he even got there, but you need to, quote, make a play. He needs to be the most important person for Drake Maye. He's the most talented. He's the most senior. He's the most accomplished. Taking out the tight ends, by the way, who are a nice little security blanket.
Right.
But as far as the receivers go, he really needs to be that guy.
Well, you say he's the guy, but he's also going to open it up for other guys, like Pop.
No question. I think the attention he draws will do that. The other point I want to make, Steve, you said, in Diggs we trust how much. He's been on his best behavior through 2 weeks. We haven't seen any adversity to this point that, you know, but that's the thing to watch. When there's adversity, what is the response?
What do we define adversity?
Not getting the ball enough.
Okay, so I'm complaining, I'm bitching, I'm moaning. Like, why am I?
Stuff you used to.
How does that affect
Yeah, please.
Stuff you used to do.
I used to beg more. Can I have some more, please?
I can't believe you just
Can I
did
have
that.
some more?
Hey, all right, let's talk about Friday's scrimmage. What did we like? What didn't we like?
Well, okay, let's go with bad news first because I feel like we're both going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
And I thought we were kind of over this with Ramondre Stevenson, but listen, you can't cough the ball up in a non-tackling practice. You just can't do it. The stigma is already there. The stereotype is already there. People are already kind of looking to last year, thinking you had a fresh start. And the first opportunity you have in a quote-unquote live practice with no tackling, by the way, you get the peanut punch and it knocks the ball out. I just don't know if you can even give him a chance. I feel like he needs to take 3 steps back.
Right now, he's just starting running back. Right now, he's just starting running back.
And, okay, and he'll hear me out. I think if you're going to send a message, you better send it now, is my point on this.
Wow. That's strong. I thought it was very sloppy for the offense, Steve. Disappointing. I know, you know, the Patriots, one of their team mottos is ball disruption for the defense, ball security for the offense. Well, it depends which way you want to look at it. Was it very good defense or was it sloppy offense? And
combination of both?
Well, it is, but I tend to slide toward the sloppy offense. I think they can secure the ball better than that.
And that is the problem. I don't want to.
We hadn't seen it up to that point.
I don't want to make too much of this. You know, but I'm just saying, like, we know how important it is. Right? So you have an opportunity to send a message without really doing a ton of damage psychologically. I feel like this would be the time to do it.
Take me in the trenches.
Yeah.
Will Campbell, take me down there.
Yeah.
How'd we block?
All right, so I'll start with this, Steve. There's been some ups and downs.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to be with rookies.
So what you're saying is, Mike, we still have issues.
Well, yes.
Okay.
And Steve, but I think there's issues when you have 2 rookies on the left side. Will Campbell, Jared Wilson. Your starters right now, left tackle, left guard, blind side of Drake Maye. There's promise that you might have a left side. But tell me the rookie that doesn't have any growing pains in the NFL, and I'll tell you that's the player that doesn't exist.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because if I'm a defensive coordinator, I am exploiting that left side all day long.
Yes.
And even driving up here, I was thinking about it. How could you usually, with the 5, you would like to have at least one vet who could be like, no, we're going to combo this, right? I'm seeing a front that is different than when we practice and it's different than what we've done. So I think I would like to have like at least a veteran next to him at left guard. Probably won't be.
I'm scratching my head. I'm scratching my head because preseason opener, believe it or not, is Friday against the Washington Commanders. What are we going to see in the preseason opener? Not that preseason means a lot, but I want to see something.
It's a good question, Steve, because they're going to practice with the Commanders
besides
on Wednesday.
Brady's statue.
Which we'll get into. Steve, I think a lot will depend on how Mike Vrabel feels they do in Wednesday's joint practice, because a lot of what we've seen in recent years is if you have a good joint practice, sometimes you don't even play your top guys. So and I think Vrabel's been transparent with who's going to practice, who's going to play. We'll see what he says, but I think Wednesday will be an important day.
You know what my gut tells me?
What?
Is that he works them during the week in joint practice. And he works them during the week on Friday. These guys can't afford to take days off. They don't have a ton of practice anyways. This is a very young team for the most part, a very young offense. They need to get as many reps and get as calloused as possible. For that's what my gut tells me. They just gave him 2 days off. Yeah. Okay, so now you're going to have him practice twice, really 2 hard practices against the Commanders, have another day off, and then just chill on Friday? Not a chance. I think they play a big portion of the game.
Drake Maye, just go back to Friday's scrimmage.
Yeah. So I did not think he was sharp, Steve, and it was surprising to me because up to that point,
he didn't throw
the big storyline was he hadn't thrown an interception. Right. Tom Curran, our friend Jinxton, said, "Is it like a no-hitter in baseball?" He asked him the question, and then he threw. And so I didn't think he had the good first drive, threw a long touchdown pass to Kyle Williams, 32 yards, and then I thought it looked choppy.
Okay, Brady will be there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And there will be a statue on him. Okay?
Yeah, I hope so.
We want the statue to look like Tom.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
How special is the moment going to be?
I mean, I think this finally ends it, is what I would say. Like the farewell tour that has been Tom Brady, I think is officially over Friday. Not that I haven't enjoyed it, but I'm kind of happy it's over. But what does it mean? Listen, you have to do something extraordinary to have a statue of any kind. And football players to have it, dignitaries, world leaders, people who do something special, you expect that from them. This is next level. Like, it does not get any better than this.
Happy birthday to Tom. Let's say that.
Happy birthday to Tom.
And I would just say, Steve, Tom will be here. I'll say some remarks. Robert Kraft will be here to say some remarks. That'll be outside in the plaza there where the statue is. Fans can watch it in the stadium if you're going to the game. And I do just want to say, they wanted to do this last year. Right. They just couldn't work out the scheduling.
You can't get the statue made in that time.
Hold on. You said Robert Kraft will be here?
I hope so.
You said
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady will be here?
Yeah, I know where you're going here.
Will Bill Belichick be here?
He's got camp.
I didn't think he was on the schedule.
Tar Heels got to get their butt together.
All right, guys, good stuff. Good stuff.
All right.
All the way around.
This was actually one of our best shows of the year.
Well, you don't mind if
early, though.
We still got more show. Thanks, guys.
Great stuff, Steve.
All right.